So now for optimal conditions, you want to wash your hair the night before you color so that your natural oils have a minute to get back into your scalp. If you wash your hair and put the color on, two things could happen. One, your scalp could be irritated from the scrubbing, and the second thing is that there's no protective oils on your scalp and it might burn. Sometimes if I've washed my hair too quickly before I color, it itches terribly. Many people don't have this problem. Many do. If you do, let me know, because there's a crazy simple solution to help stop the itching, and I kid you not, it's Sweet and Low. A packet of Sweet and Low in your color really does help mitigate the itching. Strange but true. Okay, so color, gloves, head, kind of all you need. Before you start, make sure there's no knots. Look at these lovely roots. Make sure there's no knots, because that will cause you trouble later. And make a nice straight part. The lighting isn't good here. Make a nice straight part, because you're going to go parallel to the part, also parallel to the floor. So I'm going to apply this first half myself, and then we're going to get my daughter down here to show you how it looks when someone else does it. Always start on the part line. Scrape all the color off your brush to start with. Get nice and clean. The cleaner you work, the easier, the neater it will be on your head. Take a small amount of color and go right on the part, on both sides. I know my light is a little bright, might be hard to see. Let's see if I can, no, oh, bright lights, wow. Let's move a little. There we go, much better lighting. So, you're gonna do the whole part, both sides. Then using the back, use the back of your brush and make another part. Flatten this down, take some color and go over both sides. All the way to the back. Take another parting. You're going to be thinking about a 1/2 inch per parting, 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch, depending on how thick or thin your hair is. And on both sides of the part. Keep working. Doesn't really matter if you start by your face and work back, or start in the back and work toward your face, as long as you get nice coverage. Don't skimp. Now, I'm doing this in front of the camera and I can see myself. You're going to want to do this in front of a mirror, if possible. It's really hard to do if you can't see what you're doing. Just remember to get both sides of that part line each time. Don't worry about the hairline around your face yet. My helper is being very difficult. Now here, when you get to these funny little corners, is where you want to make sure you're getting enough color. Again, we're going to go back around the hairline later. Okay, glasses have to come off. This will be fun. You definitely don't want to wear glasses when you get close to your ears, because you'll get dye all over the glasses. Anyway, if my assistant does not come back, you'll see me do the whole head, but basically, if you've got a daughter, son, husband, wife, Anything? I wouldn't ask your dog to help. Mine give me dirty looks. Now, we've finished one side. And I want to take a look all around the hairline. Don't worry if you get a little color on your forehead. In your home kit, I will include some cotton soaked in color remover. Now, there's little baby hairs here. You definitely want to get them in there because a lot of times those baby hairs are the grayest hairs on your head. And if you miss them, it will look terrible the minute you put it into a ponytail. Okay, you do the same thing on the other side. Just keep applying. Nice small sections, nice straight lines. The good news is, because your color is pre-mixed for you, you know it's going to match. Unfortunately, if you go to the store and buy some Miss Clairol, might cover your gray beautifully, but it's highly unlikely to match the rest of your hair. If you are in a dire situation or you're far away, please call me and I can go through the over-the-counter colors and try to help you pick the right one for you. See, little corner where the hair recession is, make sure to get a lot in there. That's actually where I'm the grayest, is in these corners right there. So I don't want to skimp. We're getting very close to finishing the entire front section of the head. Now my camera is not going to be able to show you the back because I don't have a cameraman at the moment. Yeah, and you do make funny faces putting on your hair color just the same way you do when you're putting on mascara. Now, when I'm off camera, I'm going to go back around my hairline really close to the mirror so I can see what I'm doing. Now, here comes the fun part, the back. This is where your sense of touch is the most important because you're going to have to feel. When the color hits your scalp, it's going to feel way colder than if the color is not hitting your scalp. I like to double check the front sections. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. So I start going horizontal to the floor, now not side to side, but front to back. And I pull the sections down and double check that I haven't missed anything, just in case my sections down the side were too big and I left a little piece out. Again, I can still see what I'm doing to this point. Same thing, 1/2 inch sections going straight down. Now I'm starting to lose my vision here. So I'm going to make my slice across by feel. I'm going to feel where my scalp is. Put my hand just above it so I know where to put the brush. Make another slice. Feel for the scalp. This is where it's really nice to have someone help you. But our children cannot always be counted on to help us. If your spouse can help you, that's awesome too. They just have to be able to make a straight line with the back of the brush, which even men can do. I know, shocking. Keep going down, 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 down. I apply a little bit heavier in the back because I know I'm going to have to use my fingers to feel for missed spots, because just like you, I can't see what I'm doing back here and I don't have someone to help me. So I'm doing it all by sense of touch. Now, let's see if I can get this out of the way. You want to think about the perimeter, and you can start in the front and follow the perimeter around your ear. Again, start at the front and follow the perimeter all the way around the back. This way, when you wear a ponytail, you're not going to have any gray spots or brown spots if you're blonde. So look, I still have color left. What am I going to do with that? I am going to start by reapplying around my face. Really as heavily as I can without dripping, because like many of you, I am the grayest in the front. So I like to go over the front 2 or 3 times. Especially here, where those awful little stubborn gray short hairs are. And also right here, I have some stubborn little tiny hairs. Double check in the recession area. Which is my trouble zone. Y'all know where your trouble zones are. And sometimes you get some on your face. You take your little towel and wipe it off. Now, I know for a fact that I definitely didn't do the back as well as the front. So I'm gonna go in, especially towards the top. I like to call that the yarmulke. And I go in to that top area and reapply. Because you really care most about the areas that are gonna show. If you miss a spot all the way underneath in the back, no one's gonna notice. Okay, so my bowl is empty. I'm gonna get everything out of my face. I think I colored my nose. And you don't want anything stuck together, so make sure it's kind of loose. And go underneath, take your hands, go underneath and just on your scalp, massage. Just massage the roots. Now you're blending to make sure any missed spots get covered. I don't do it in the front because I don't want to pull it through any extra, but in the back, especially in the underneath, it's not going to matter. So massage the scalp, check the hairline with my thumbs, making sure that's done, getting it away from my face. Looks good. Yep, everything's covered. Now we're gonna sit for 30 minutes. And at the end of that time, you're gonna jump in the shower, take all this off, make sure you can get your shirt off without dragging it through your hair. You're gonna add a few drops of water, get it just barely damp. You don't wanna start splattering color all through your shower. It's really best to have a handheld shower nozzle and tilt your head way, way, way back so you're not running the color down your face, because you don't want to get this in your eyes. Now, little caveat, if you have